Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a mini episode of Cooking with Mangs and Panzergraf. Today we're cooking up some Norwegian reindeer chili stew at the pits, and it's real easy to do, alright? So for this dish you need 1 onion, some chili beans, 3 boxes of canned tomatoes, some asparagus, a pack of mushrooms, some bell peppers, a little bit of green chili, some seasoning of your choice, and then finally you need some reindeer meat. It doesn't matter what kind of reindeer meats, any meat will do really. Now, when we cook this dish, we prefer to use a big old-fashioned iron pot, as we feel like it gives much better tastes, but really any sort of cooking pot will do, as long as it's big enough to contain all the ingredients. The reindeer meat we are actually going to be going outside with and putting on the barbecue to give it a little bit of a sear before we put it into the stew, but you can always use a frying pan if you don't have a barbecue available. So to start off with, we chop up an entire onion and we put it into the pot along with some olive oil. While we wait for the onions to start browning in the pot, we start cutting the reindeer meat up into strips. Once the meat is properly prepared, we go ahead and add the chili beans as well as the canned tomatoes and give the stew a good stir. Now, this next part is completely optional. This stew will be really strong due to all the green chili we're putting in it, but me and Panzergraf, we actually want to make it a little bit stronger. So what we like to do is we experiment and usually just put whatever we can find in it that seems like it's strong and spicy. So we found some chipotle Tabasco. We also added a little bit of soy sauce in there to tone down the masculinity of the stew. And then we found this bottle of extra strong smoky barbecue sauce that we decided to try out. Again, the amazing thing about chili is that you can pretty much put anything you like in it, so don't be afraid to experiment with some various hot sauces and other ingredients that you find around in your kitchen. However, if you don't like chili that burns your tongue, you should be a little bit more careful than me and Panzergraf is being right here. Just a heads up. Then it's time to add some seasoning to the stew, and here you can really go ham with anything you like. I have a drawer full of spices and I always love to add a bunch of different things together. So here we are adding some chili explosion, some garlic powder, some oregano, and of course some good old-fashioned salt and pepper. Now, we don't put everything in at once. We like to cook based on taste, so we'll be adding more seasoning later once the stew starts to bubble, and we'll simply just keep adding more and more seasoning until we're satisfied with how it's tasting. Then we finish it off with a bit of a stir and let the pot simmer a bit while we cut up some more veggies. Here Panzergraf is cutting up some green chili. Now, if you don't like strong food, you should remove the seeds from the chili, as this will take a little bit of a kick out of it, but we want this to really sear our tongues when we eat it, so we're keeping everything in. Now, once it's all chopped up, we add it to the pot and we give it another good stir. Then it's time to go outside into the cold with the reindeer meat. We were originally going to do a lot more filming out here, but at this time of year it gets dark so incredibly fast in Norway, and as you can see there's not much light outside my house, so the phone cameras doesn't really work outside here at all. A little bit later, the reindeer meat is all grilled up. Now, we didn't cook it all the way through since it's going into the pots and it's gonna be there for quite some time, so all we did was give it a good sear on the outside. Now, we also tossed some bell peppers and mushrooms on the grill along with the meats, and now it's pretty much as simple as just tossing the rest of it into the pot with the rest of the stew and give it another good stir. While we wait, we mix up a little bit of a drink, some vodka and Monster with ice, a Mangs and Panzergraf original. And through the miracle of time, about 1 or 2 hours later, the chili is done, and I say it's time to eat. Now, let me tell you, the reindeer meat adds a lot of flavor to this chili and really gives it a wild Scandinavian taste. Now, if you haven't had reindeer meat before, you definitely gotta try this out. It is really good. So, here's Panzergraf giving it a taste. Does he approve? Yes, he does. It tastes good. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this mini episode of Cooking with Mangs and Panzergraf. Leave a like and a comment, and let us know if you want to try this chili stew out for yourself. We'd love to hear what you have to say about it. Go sub to Panzergraf as well. My name has been Mangs, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.